Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you a Pilates reformer workout all about mobility and flexibility. This is a flow that I do several times a week myself, especially on days I just feel like I've had a lot to do and I just want to decompress. So again, I hope you enjoy this. We need no props today. We are on one single red spring. You don't even need your straps, just your foot bar in its normal position. And once you're ready, you're gonna join me on the carriage, kneeling, facing the foot bar. Now, I like to bring my toes up to the shoulder blocks because I like to splay my toes as I sit myself back onto my knees. Now, please be mindful, this can all be done on your bottom, where I actually used to do it on my bottom, and I used to hold onto the rails instead and just push myself out, folding myself in half. So you do what works for you. When your shoulders are back and down, your abs are gonna be pulled in. You're gonna go ahead, just extend yourself out. I want you to drop your chest lower than your arms, getting a big stretch through those shoulders. Trying to relax that back, send those shoulders away from the ears, keep those abs pulled in. I usually hold each position for 6 to 8 counts, and I do 2 sets of each position. So one more breath here. You're gonna go ahead, lift the chest. As you lift the chest, the carriage is gonna come on home. Again, press the carriage out, really lengthen through the shoulders. Head is neutral, you're really pressing through those quads, getting a deep hip flexor stretch as you drop that chest lower than the shoulders. One more breath here. Slowly lift that chest and come on in. You're gonna take your right hand, it's gonna come over to your left so your hands are diagonal. You're gonna push yourself away, really getting a little bit of a diagonal stretch, cross body. Now, as you come in, you're gonna lift up, arm comes up over lateral flexion, coming into the opposite shoulder block of where the arm is. Just hold that here. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna reach that arm back up over. It's gonna tap the hands on the foot bar. Drop your gaze towards the springs. Push out of those arms. Again, lift that arm up into lateral flexion. Feel that rib come to the hip. Reach that hand to the diagonal shoulder block. Gaze is over the shoulder for 3, 2, 1. And this time the hand comes back. You can place both hands into the middle of the foot bar. Same hand you just used, my right hand. I'm going to take my right hand this time, push myself off the foot bar. Right hand threads under the left as I try to drop the right ear towards the carriage, or the shoulder towards the carriage, really pushing through, getting nice big stretch through my shoulder. 2 more breaths here. Bring it up, back to the center, close the carriage, push the carriage out, thread the hand under, drop the shoulder. For 3, 2, 1, both hands come back to the foot bar, carriage closes. You're going to extend yourself out for a puppy pose, getting that chest a little bit deeper. Relaxing the shoulders, sliding them down your back. Bring that carriage in. I'm going to move my right hand over to the right. My left hand's going to come towards my right. I'm going to extend myself out, really stretch through that arm. Now left hand comes up and over, Laterally flex, take your gaze over the shoulder to that shoulder block. Let's bring it up and over. Drop the chest into that puppy pose. A little further. Let's go ahead into that lateral flexion, up and over, opposite shoulder block. Come up, bring it down, back into that puppy pose. Hands come back to the center of the foot bar, threading the left hand under the right. So bring the carriage closed, extend yourself out. Left hand threads under the right, maybe pull that left rail towards you, rotationally twist deeper. One more breath. Bring it back up to center. Hand comes to the foot bar, carriage closes. Extend it out. Left hand threads under the right. Trying to drop that shoulder. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, thread that hand out. And carefully bring that carriage in. Great job. Go ahead, come up high on your knees. Roll those ankles out, especially if you had those feet flexed against the shoulder blocks. And then I am going to come over to one side of my carriage. I'm going to go facing on the other side first. So when we go into a side lunge, I am facing you. We are going to come up for a lunging series here. Abs are pulled in, knee is down. You're bringing that bottom leg coming in towards that foot bar, best as you can. Shoulders are down. Hand comes to the foot bar. You're going to go ahead. You're going to extend that leg down. Really press through that quad as you try to open up that hip flexor. Now, if you want this deeper, you can go down, lower, bring your hand to the rails, and really come in deeper and stretch through that hip. Just sit here and breathe. Last 3, for 2, and 1. You can bring that carriage all the way in. I do like my hands more on the platform here. I feel I can get deeper into my hip on this side. Exhale, extend that carriage out. Again, you're going to drop that hip, really push through that platform or that foot bar. Drop those shoulders down your back. Try to release. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring that carriage on in. And now I am going to turn and face you. Foot is staying laterally, so toes are facing you. Hands coming to the rail or again to the foot bar or again to the rails. So you're going to press yourself out coming into those side splits. I like to take my hand, put it down on the carriage, and this is where I like to walk my hand over to the opposite rail. Try to work on that flexibility. I have to say, as I am aging, the flexibility definitely decreases a lot faster. Now maybe you even like to send your hips back, get a bigger inner thigh stretch as you send those hips back. So maybe roll them a little forward, rock them down, roll them up, and rock them down. So like I said, this is a workout I do several times a week. Last 2. Go ahead, bring that carriage in. Stand yourself up. We have 1 more here. I want you to think about extending yourself out. Hold on to that foot bar. Really reach. Extend. Push through both legs. Try to send those hips back, maybe just a little bit further than you did before. Try to drop that chest. Again, you can lean yourself back, maybe rock yourself forward on top of the thighs, get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, let's bring that carriage in. Carefully bend that knee. And now this is where we are going to come sit on our shins on the other side. So now my toes are hanging off the carriage. I'm not necessarily putting up my knees up against the shoulder blocks. I want my arms to be able to reach the foot bar. So abs are pulled in, shoulders are backing down. We're going to go ahead, we're going to lift up on our quads, draw those abs in, send those shoulders backing down, open up that chest, proud to the clouds. Head is in neutral, just hold it here. You can even extend yourself out if it feels good for your body. Think about pulling those shoulder blades together as your chest shines proud to the clouds above you. You're going to send those hips back. Sit back on those shins. Relax those shoulders one more time. You're going to extend up. Push yourself out. Squeeze those glutes. Send those shoulders back and down. Abs and ribs are connected, not splaying through the chest. Chin is up high, shining proud to the clouds. For 3, 2, and 1. Carefully go ahead, sit yourself back. Now I'm going to shimmy over onto my hips. I like to bring my feet through the headrest. Once my feet are through the headrest, I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to push it onto the put it onto the corner of the foot bar. This is my right hand. We're going to draw ourselves in. We're going to sit ourselves up tall. You're going to draw those abs in. You're going to push off that foot bar. As you push off that foot bar, coming back into that diagonal lateral flexion, you're going to push away. You're just going to hold it here. Maybe rotate up to the clouds. Bring it down. Rotate open and down. Drop that shoulder. Breathe it out. We got one more. Go ahead, bring the arm back up. Now you can also do this down on the platform. So your hand can come down on the platform. If it's a little too much range of motion, you can push yourself out, get a little bit deeper, and really arch yourself up and over. They both have their benefits. I usually do one of each. Bringing myself back in. Arms come back up to center. And same thing on the other side. I did one on top and one below, so I will do the same thing on this side. I'm going to reach myself out, push myself away, really open up through that shoulder. Reach that arm, take your gaze. Think about this rib coming towards that hip. Breathe it out for 2 and 1. We have one more here. Press it out. For 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Hands comes down. Close the carriage. Both hands come to center. Go ahead, fold yourselves in half. Hands come to the feet if possible. Try to bring your nose to your knees. And when you're ready, you can slowly draw those abs in. Roll yourself on up. Bring those arms down by your sides. Roll those shoulders. And I am going to come off my reformer. onto this side for those side lunges facing the foot bar on this side. So foot's coming to the shoulder block, knee is down, foot is in front in line with that foot bar. Abs are pulled in. You're gonna go ahead, extend yourself out, open up that hip flexor. So this one I have to be a little bit warming into it a little bit more. So again, you have that choice if you want to come down into the rails here, get a little bit deeper into it. Maybe you can even put your hands onto the platform. Do what feels right for your body. Make it work for you. Let's go ahead, bring that carriage in. We have one more here. Again, you can be on top of the foot bar. You can be whatever feels best for your body. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring that carriage in. We're going to go into that side lunge. So foot is definitely facing the wall in front of me. Toes are facing wall in front of me. Hold on to the foot bar if you want to, and come into that side split or side lunge. Now I like to reach over, hold the rails, and this is where you can rotate forward. Maybe send the hips back a little bit. Rotate forward and back. 3 more breaths. Last breath. Go ahead, bring that carriage in. One more here. Side lunge, side split, whatever feels best for your body. If you like the side lunge, by all means do the lunge. I like the side split. I like the inner thigh stretch on both sides. Again, make it work for you. It's your body. Drop it down, lift it up. Last 2. And 1. Go ahead, bring that carriage on in. I am going to turn around and face you. I'm coming into a mermaid position. So however you sit, knees in a Z sit or your knees just stacked, whatever works. You have the option to, again, use the foot bar or use the platform. Choice is yours. I'm going to do one of each. I'm going to start with my hand on the foot bar. My arm's going to reach out to the side. We're going to reach up and over. Coming in for that lateral flexion. Really extend yourself out. And then I like to rotate towards the springs and then away from the springs. But like I said, you don't have to make it a dynamic stretch. You can make it a static stretch. Let's come on up. Now my second one I'm going to do down on the platform. So hand is on the platform. You reach up and over. This one you get a little deeper. You can stretch a little bit further, dropping that shoulder down. Just watch your hair with the springs. We're going to come up. And we're going to do one more just like that. This time, as we're leaning over, we're going to rotate our chest all the way towards the springs. If your hands are on the foot bar, that's fine. You're going to bend the elbows, lift the chest. Send those shoulders back and down. Press it away. We're going to do one more here. If your hands were on the platform, go ahead, walk them up to the foot bar. If your hands were on the foot bar, walk them down to the platform. Press yourself out. Feel how the difference between when you use the platform and you use the foot bar. To me, the stretch is much deeper when you use the platform. But that's just my personal experience. And let's come up. Excellent. We're going to go ahead, we're going to rotate towards the foot bar. Feet are now coming to the platform, coming to the corners of the platform. Balls of the feet are in towards one another. Hands are coming in underneath the carriage. All 10 toes on the same side, little monkey stretch on the platform. You're going to extend yourself out. As you extend yourself out, you draw your abs in, legs straighten. Try to drop those nose towards your knees, bending yourself in half. Relax those shoulders down your back. Maybe even give yourself a little bit of a traction stretch against that foot bar. Go ahead, bend yourself in. We're going to push ourselves out. Drop nose to knees, shoulders back and down. Go ahead, bring that carriage in. We're going to turn to the other side, do the mermaid here. First one I'm going to do is on the foot bar. Arm is reaching opposing side, coming over for lateral flexion. Push through the arm on the foot bar, really lengthen through that spine. Open up that side body. Maybe rotate towards the clouds and bring it back. Rotate toward the ceiling and back. Go ahead, bring that arm back up towards the center as you stack that spine. Second one, I'm coming down to the platform. I'm going to reach my arm up and over, extend it out. Maybe close to the springs, getting ready for that next move. Go ahead, bring that arm back up to center. And this is the one where we're going to come out, up and over. We rotate towards the springs. You drop your chest. Bend the elbows as the chest rises. Little back extension. Push it out. Come on in. Switch hands, opposite of what you just did. Press it out. See how it affects your body differently. Last one here. Bring that carriage all the way up. Arms come back. And we are carefully going to turn towards the foot bar one last time. Feet are coming up to the foot bar. Hands coming underneath the foot bar. I like underneath. I do it on the outside. My hip, I can't do it on the inside. So some people like to do it on the inside of their legs. I don't like that way. I like to do it over my ankles. Abs are pulled in, shoulders are back and down. When you're ready, you're going to extend yourself out. Push through those heels. Drop those knees. Relax those shoulders. Stretch through those hamstrings. Maybe flex the feet. Get a little deeper into it. Just hold it here. Static hold. Maybe pull a little bit deeper into that foot bar. You are warm and stretchy. We're going to go ahead and lift those heels. Bend the knees. Stack the spine. We have one more. Go ahead, bend those knees. Carefully come on in. And you can go ahead, bring your feet around to face me. Go ahead, drop those shoulders back and down. Reach those arms up. Take one hand, place it onto the wrist. Self a little lateral flexion over towards the foot bar. Left hand on right wrist. Lateral flexion over towards the left, cinching that left hip to rib. Bring it back to center. Arms come down. Roll those shoulders. And thank you so much for stretching with me today. I hope you enjoyed this class. And like always, please drop a comment, like, subscribe. And until next time, I'll meet you on the Reformer. Bye.